What's up, good people? Mark Holmes here. As always, I want to say thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. I hope everybody's having a great Taco Tuesday. Hopefully you're all getting over the loss that we had. And we have some news out here, because there really is no off season when it comes to football these days. Dan Quinn is doing his second interview with the Arizona Cardinals. We believe Sean Payton is also doing his second interview with the Denver Broncos, and it seems like that pretty much is a done deal, that Sean Payton will be the head coach of the Denver Broncos, and we'll see what happens with Dan Quinn if he becomes the head coach of Arizona. And you got to figure that if he is doing a second interview, that things are going really, really well as far as. So things may change for the Dallas Cowboys and the coaching staff. I believe that what will happen for the Cowboys as far as replacing Dan Quinn is they're going to want to keep the same philosophy. And the Cowboys, generally speaking, like to hire from within. As Stephen Jones always says, he believes in, our guys. And typically the Cowboys, when they replace somebody, will replace somebody from within. So somebody will be elevated to become the next defensive coordinator. We do know that Kellen Moore is going back to Carolina and interviewing for their vacant position as well. The interesting thing about that is they're already familiar with Kellen Moore, because Kellen Moore interviewed with them last year. So maybe, just maybe, there's a chance that Kellen Moore goes elsewhere without having to be fired. I don't know if that's going to be the case or not, but I think the best thing for the Cowboys is to try and start over on this. Other news, speaking of starting over, we have Tom Brady trying to figure out what he wants to do, if he is actually done or not, and or will Tampa Bay take a major hit and release him. Cowboy fans want to move on from Dak Prescott, and for those out there that are thinking this would be great, is Aaron Rodgers. Apparently Green Bay may be willing to trade him. So here's the question. Should the Cowboys try and get Aaron Rodgers? Because, of course, he'll get us to a deep run in the playoffs and to that Super Bowl victory, because he certainly did this year. Oh, no, he didn't. They scored 16 points against the Lions in a win and get in game. I keep forgetting that. The Lions, one of those top-notch defenses, it's like San Francisco. The Lions defense is like San Francisco, so we can't blame Aaron Rodgers on that one. So, we could do that. But there is one other problem with that, too, is apparently Green Bay does not want to trade him in the NFC. They want to trade him to the AFC. So there's that. Now, that could be a ploy to try and, drive up the money for him, that if you really, really want Aaron Rodgers, that you're going to give up more compensation for him. And that's what we've got thus far for today. If we hear anything about Kellen Moore's interview, if it went well, I guess now that the Cowboys are out, either or both of those guys can say yes right now, because we are out of the playoffs. I'm going to still stick with my solution on the Cowboys, because getting rid of Dak Prescott for Aaron Rodgers is $50 million this year on his contract. Dak Prescott would be a $62 million dead hit. And if you did that, you would be in negative numbers as far as the cap. It would basically be Aaron Rodgers by himself. Yeah. So I don't think that that's the solution. I think the solution is you go ahead and put an extension on Dak Prescott. I know you all are saying you're crazy. You put an extension on Dak Prescott. You make next year's number really, really team friendly. You take that cash and you do something that the Joneses don't want to do. And that is spend money on free agents. The only way the Cowboys are getting to that Super Bowl, you got to get some more talent. As much as we, the fans, think if all we have to do is get a quarterback, that we win the Super Bowl. If this season hasn't proved that to everybody, I don't know how else you can. Cleveland thought if we get Deshaun Watson with the defense we have, the running game we have, we're going to the Super Bowl. Didn't work. Denver thought with the defense that they had and the players, the weapons they had, the Jerry Judys and things, if we just get Russell Wilson, a great quarterback, we'll be in the Super Bowl. It didn't happen. The Colts, coming close to the playoffs last year. If we just get rid of Carson Wentz and get ourselves a decent quarterback, we went for Matt Ryan. Didn't happen. So instead of trying to change the quarterback, and here's my point right here. Let's say you got a problem with your car and it breaks down. You got a flat tire or the tie rod ends are messed up. Do you just throw away the car? Or do you fix the problem so you can keep driving? I don't have that kind of money to just keep throwing away a car every time or truck. Something breaks on it. I find somebody who can fix it. And that's what you need. You need a coach who can fix Dak Prescott's interception problem. John Kitna, when Dak Prescott was doing really, really good, I believe John Kitna was his quarterback coach. And it seemed like he was doing great things with him. But what do I know? I'm just a carpenter with a day job. And I need to get back to that. Peace.